Assalamualaikum and good day. Let me start this video with a brief introduction of myself. My name is Zahirah binti Mohd, currently a second year software engineering student. For this video, I will explain the project background, its objective and the details of my chosen use case along with reflection for our lecturer's guidance. First of all, the chosen system was the UTM Counseling Center, which is known as UTMCC. The reason why we chose this was to enhance the system and meet the needs and requirements of the system itself and create a user-friendly function that everyone can use it without trouble. The objective for this system were to aid the staff using the system to not only improve their work quality but also to promote an eco-friendly system. Other than that, it is used to develop an efficient counseling system for UTMCC. To add more, it is for the user to enjoy an environment that promotes mental health and psychological well-being. Next is the overall user interface for my assigned task. This slide is where user or staff needs to log in or register if they do not have an account yet. Follow-up is on the home page. Here, we make it simple where we only show an important feature that user or staff can find and use right away. As for other notification, it was placed on the sidebar where the user can click on the bottom upper corner on the left. There, it will show the dashboard, settings, chat, notification, logout, and many more. Next is the user interface on how the staff will manage any announcement or events on the website. For example, the display page currently has no post. To create one, they will need to click on the plus symbol at the below right corner of the website. When they click on it, it has the option of what kind of post they want to create. After that, it will be directed to create a task page. If successful, a pop-up message will be shown, else the error message will be popped up instead. If they want to delete the task draft that they created, they will need to click on the delete button. There will be a confirmation message if they want the draft task to be deleted or not. Once the staff has successfully posted, on the display news and event page will be several posts under several categories shown for the user to see it. If the staff wants to edit or add any information to the posts that have been posted, they can do so by clicking on the three dots beside the title. If the posts are successfully edited, a pop-up message will be shown that the posts have been updated. Else, a message of the database error will be shown, showing that it cannot be updated into the database due to invalid credential or the system error. Moving on to the next slide is the use case diagram for overall system. In the diagram shown, there is 4 modules, which is booking an appointment, data handling process, psychology test inventory, and a centralized announcement platform. From these 4 modules, there are as well 4 actors, and we can see how the actors, which are user, community, admin, and counseling officer, interact with the system for it to function well. To specify my assigned use case, which is under a centralized announcement platform that manages announcement and event, in this use case specification, I have listed the actors, description, and precondition for the use case to function. Its normal flow, alternative flow, and exception flow. In normal flow, there are 6 points that are needed to be done by the actor. Other than that, an alternative flow describes a use case scenario other than the basic flow that results in a user completing his or her goal. It is often considered to be an optional flow and implies that the user has chosen to take an alternative path through the system. Lastly, an exception flow functions as an unintended path through the system where usually as a result of missing information or system availability issues. The section flows represent an undesirable path to the user. Shown on the next slides are the post conditions if the actors manage to create the use case and the related requirements that need to have in the system while using it from functionality, quality, and its criteria. By following the use case specification, we will need to create an activity diagram to illustrate it. From the activity diagram itself, you can see how the system flows indirectly. The flow of events of a use case describes what needs to be done by the system to provide value to an actor. It consists of a sequence of activities that together produce something for the actor. From this course, I learned that it gives students an in-depth look at the software modeling activities and the requirement engineering stage of the software development life cycle. Not only that, but I was also able to carry out requirements engineering processes using appropriate approach based on stated documentation and specification criteria, and manage the projects by specifying deliverables based on the real-world problem. I realized that this gave me a lot of advantage and skills that can be used in the future. Moving on to the best part, which is the prototype demo. Here, I will show a brief example of how the website works from the counseling officer's point of view when managing announcements and events under centralized announcement platform module. First of all, the counseling officer needs to have an account first. So click on the sign up and fill in the email, password and re-enter the password to confirm. The password needs to have a minimum of 6 characters, one number and a special character for it to be accepted. After that, click on the create account button and enter the same credential that they use on the sign up to log in. Click remember me so that when they try to log in, they don't have to fill it again and can just click the button. Once successful, it will be directed to the home page where it shows the counseling officer's point of view, where it has a book appointment, forms, event and info option. Since the use case that we focus on was managing announcements and events, the counseling officer will need to create a post and post it on the website for the user to see any latest and upcoming information. To do that, the counseling officer will need to click on the button left above where it will show a navigation sidebar. In the sidebar, they have several functions, which is the search function, the dashboard means the profile page, the events where they can create a post, clients that whom they have appointment with, messages, notifications, settings, help and lookout buttons once they have done using the website. To create a post, click on the events and it will be directed to the news and events page. Since they have not posted anything, the page have no post, which is why there is a message indicating the counseling officer to create one. To do so, they will need to click on the plus sign which was placed at the bottom right and have the option of what kind of post they want to create. There are information, events and announcement. Let's say that the counseling officer wants to create a post under information category. It will be directed to a new page where they can type the information title, choose the label, select a time, date, type a message and browse files or photos they want to add to the website. Once done, they can click on the preview post to see what they will look like. Once satisfied, click on the back button and click on the post button. There, a pop-up message will be shown indicating that they have successfully posted on the website. For the next example is the error message when posting a post. Select under a different category, which is the announcement page, and fill in the needed info, which is title, the label color, time, date, message, and photos. That says that there are invalid credentials. Then a pop-up error message will be shown, indicates that the time was invalid. The counseling officer will need to enter the correct one and click post. Next, after the counseling officer has done creating all information, announcement and events they want to share, the news and events page will display all that have been posted. They can click on the load more to see other posts. If they want to filter, they have the option in the middle. Let's say that they want to see the post on the weekend. There, it will show all posts that are available on weekend only. If they want to see the type of the event, click back the weekdays and event type information. There, it will show a post under the information category. Lastly, if they want to filter under student, click on the student, events and weekend. There, it will show the same as before as there are currently only one events for students that are available on weekend. Moving on, let's say the counseling officer wants to edit a post that they have posted. Click on the specific post, which is the event post, and then click on the three dots beside its title. It has the option of whether to delete or edit. Click on edit button and it will be directed to edit a task page and they can edit it. The counseling officer wants to add another picture. Click browse, Wait for it to be uploaded and then click post. If everything is valid, then a pop-up message will be shown indicating that the edit on the post was successful. Let's try another example of how the counseling officer delete the post. Click the post they want to delete and the three dots have the option to delete it. Click on it and a pop-up message will be shown indicating a confirmation whether they want to proceed with deleting the post or they can cancel them. Click on the delete button and it will be directed to the page that they have accessed before, which is a display page. There, it shows the posts have been deleted successfully. Showing the next example is the counseling officer wants to edit another post but has a database error. To show the example, click on the specific post and add more words to the title. Once they click the post button, a pop-up message will be shown indicating the post cannot be updated due to a database error and the counseling officer cannot proceed with the title they want since the current data cannot be updated in the database. Due to that, they will need to re-execute step 4, which is to update it again. Going for the second try, the posts have been successfully edited. Once done, the counseling officer can log out from the website, indicates that's the end of the use case. That is all from my prototype demo. Before ending this video, I would like to conclude what I have learned throughout the semester. In a nutshell, the conclusion is that from this project, as I can apply everything in this subject then can relate with real world. This can enhance my leadership skills such as critical thinking, team working, and many more, and have a clear understanding of the business process and system requirements. For me, this is such a great opportunity to sharpen my skills. Even when doing the user interface, I was able to understand clearly what should the user do or what needed to add for the system to function well. It was a great experience and I would like to thank my lecturer, Dr. Noraini, for guiding me throughout this semester. That is all for this video. Thank you for your time and I hope you have a good day.